Hi, I'm Ariel. You're watching She Wants the Diction, and today's video is going to be completely off topic because it's going to be all about having short hair. So if you guys can't tell, I cut my hair, and I'm going to show you in case you can't really see it. Nothing back there. And I did this for a couple of reasons. Number one, it was my birthday. I felt like I needed a change because I was really not happy with my last haircut and where my hair was at. And then another reason was I don't like taking care of long hair. I mean, as long as I've had this channel, like you guys have seen me with long hair, but I've had short hair a lot, like in my 20s. And one of the reasons that I was not wanting to cut it for so long was that I knew I was gonna get like a lot of comments, because anytime you make a drastic change, especially as relates to your hair, like people see it and they comment on it, and especially like negative comments. So I kind of wanted to address like dealing with haters when you have short hair, and also just like a little bit about it, because I feel like I have experience having short hair. The first time that I ever had short hair, I shaved my head in college. And I've had every variation of like short hair since. I've had like a buzz cut, I've had a pixie cut, I've had like all the in-between stages of growing out, because I grew my hair out for like 2 to 3 years, and that's when it was at its longest. So I've had like every stage of short hair, and this I guess would be the kind of like the grown out pixie cut or whatever. Shaving my head in college was kind of an accident. I wanted to buzz it, but I grabbed the wrong attachment for it, and it ended up being the short one, and I had already started shaving. So I thought, just fuck it, I'm just gonna shave the whole head and rock it. Then I put on purple lipstick and I did rock it, and obviously like I got a lot of looks. This was when I was attending a Baptist university, so obviously like me being one of the only brown kids, me being the only girl with a shaved head, me being one of very few queer people on campus, like it was insane. You will definitely get like a lot of haters when you have short hair. I was dating a girl at the time, and guys would come up to me and hit on me, and then I would be like,
oh yeah, no thank you, I have a girlfriend.
And they would be like,
oh, I can tell because of your hair.
Which, you know, first of all, you can't tell anyone's sexuality from short hair. Short hair does not mean you are gay automatically. So I just thought that was hilarious. Like, they would still come up and hit on me. It's like, if you knew I was a lesbian or you knew I was with a girl, why the hell did you still come up and try to hit on me then? Like, it literally did not make any sense. And I kind of like having short hair anyways, because I feel like it signals to people, like, this might sound weird, but like, you're different, I guess. Like, I don't want to be like, this is a quirky,
I'm not like other girls
thing, but I feel like off the bat, like, I feel like they get an impression of you. Like, whether we like it or not, first impressions are a thing, and I feel like they get an impression of you just based off of the hair that you have. And I feel like it shows my personality better. Like, when I first meet people, I'm not very good at projecting my personality, but I honestly just feel like more myself with short hair. Like, I feel better. I feel good. Like, I was actually like smiling during the haircut, and like I don't usually do that. So let me talk about like why I don't like going in for haircuts to begin with. I often like let my hair get out of control because I'm just kind of like too depressed to do anything about it, and also I have just like anxiety about going to, I think a lot of people do this, just anxiety about going to get my hair cut, because you have to sit there with a stranger for like 30 minutes and they're all up in your junk, which I don't really mind, but it's more like having to sit there and like make small talk, and they ask them,
oh, are you in school?
And then I have to give them,
No, I'm in work.
and you know, and it's just, I feel like it's awkward because they don't have a whole lot like to work with, and I don't really know what to tell them, because I don't want to like tell them a bunch of personal stuff about me, but I also like don't want to be weird. I'm also worried, like, am I gonna get the right haircut? And then there's also the fact of like my hair. Like, I have really thick, really curly mixed hair, and living in Springfield, there's not a whole lot of like, I've never been to a place that was primarily like black owned, or like where they specialized in doing black hair. So I've always had to kind of deal with white hairdressers, and that comes with its own set of problems. The first is they're usually not very happy working with my hair, just because, like I said, it's so thick. So they will like rush through it, or they will just like not know what to do with it. And even in my most recent haircut, the lady was really nice. She actually took her time to like condition and make sure everything was done correctly, and she seemed like really happy and just excited to cut it, which was nice, because usually they're not that you know, polite about it. Even though I try to make things as easy as I can, and I tip really good. But when you go in to a white hairdresser as a mixed person, you have to deal with a lot of like microaggressions, like backhanded compliments. She was saying girlfriend to me over and over again. The first time I was like, okay, girlfriend, whatever. Maybe she says that to everybody. The second time I was like, okay, yeah, maybe slow your roll. And the third time I was like, okay, this is definitely a race thing. And like, she's only saying girlfriend because I feel like that's what she sees, the only thing that she sees with black women. And so she sees that I'm mixed. And so thinks that that's like how to communicate with me, but it was honestly like making me a little uncomfortable like it usually does. And then I always get the comments on, oh, your hair's so thick. Yes, my hair is thick. Like, I don't need you to tell me. Like, I know, I deal with it and I see it every day.
Your hair's perfect because it's not like too curly and it's not like too loose.
Which that's kind of implying that there's only one type of curls that are beautiful. And I do have a lot of like privilege based off of the fact that I'm mixed, because kinky and tighter curls are seen as less desirable. And what it is it's colorism, because a lot of white people fetishize the features that mixed people have. Especially mixed women and our hair and, you know, different things. And so when they say that, that just makes me, like, I know they're racist, whether they realize it or not, because that's just saying you think that if I had dark skin or if I had kinky hair that I would not be beautiful, but I have like the perfect mix. And I hate hearing and seeing shit like that. So just going to the hairdresser for me, it's like my regular anxiety compounded on top of I'm going to have to deal with like these racist comments and just kind of like grin and bear it. And it just compiles to be a big deal to where I don't even want to go. I'd rather just grow my hair out. I'd rather just deal with all this maintenance that I don't want, like all the product and the time that it takes to style. And I don't even think people realize how long it takes when you have really long hair like I did. So yeah, the hairdresser is just like an awful experience for me, like no matter what I've tried. And like I said, I live in a town that's primarily white. I know there's like black barbershops around here. I've never really seen a store that caters specifically to black people. I don't even know if I would be comfortable going in, just because a lot of the ways that I'm treated by other black people. And I've talked about this in my other videos, so if you want to know more, I'll link some other videos where I talk about it. So it's just like, I already know how to deal with microaggressions from white people. Like, I deal with it all the time. I would feel kind of out of my depth dealing with that from another black person. I probably wouldn't have to worry about it, but I don't know, I've just been dealing with the shit from white people my whole life. Like, I'm comfortable navigating that. I mean, I dread it. I really put it off. It really just makes my skin crawl, but I know that once the 30 minutes is over, like, it's over. I don't have to repeat the experience. So what really prompted me to make this video was kind of the reactions when I came into work. Like, I also have anxiety about people's reactions. Like, I don't like people looking and staring and commenting and just talking to me about having gotten a haircut, so that's another reason that I tend to avoid it. I got a lot of comments today, and I would say they probably fell into one of three categories, like positive, neutral, and then negative. And a lot of the positive comments are very supportive, like, wow, oh my gosh, you look so young, like, wow, you cut all your hair off, that's so brave, blah, blah. And I'm totally fine with that. Like, I don't like being like the center of attention or anything, but I'm totally fine with those comments. And there's kind of the neutral comments, like, oh, you got a haircut. You know, just kind of like, oh, that's a thing that happened, I'll acknowledge it. And then you get the negative comments asking me what my boyfriend thinks, or saying,
Yeah, I would have short hair, but my husband would never let me. You gotta please the husband, right?
First of all, there is way too much of women's femininity and identity that is tied up in having long hair. That's just something I've learned. And then secondly, if your man doesn't like you anymore because you cut your hair off, dump him. Leave him. Like, he is trash. Like, there is no reason a man should have a problem with your body and what you choose to do with your body. Like, your hair is not on his head. He doesn't have to deal with it. So I'm just amazed that, like, people are making these fucking archaic comments. I was like, sis, you need feminism in your life. Catering to a male gaze, like, our lives are not about that. If that's something that's, like, holding you back from having short hair, like, fuck that man, you know what I'm saying? Like, dump him. And then there's another type of comment that I got that is like,
wow, I would rock that, but I feel like I would never have the strength to, or I feel like I could just never pull it off, blah, blah, blah.
Like, girl, anything you do, you can pull off. I don't really know how to better explain it than that. Like, I'm not some special unicorn that has, like, a cool personality to where I can pull off short haircuts. Like, I feel just as uncool as you do. The secret to doing it is just to do it. And I feel like a lot of people have never had the liberating experience in their life of having short hair or even shaving their hair. I think that every woman should have, like, short hair at least once in their lives, just so they can experience, like, how liberating it is and realize how much of our identities are tied up in our hair and how differently you get treated when you have a shaved head versus, you know, when you have long, flowing, luscious hair. Like, the differences are stark, and it's almost like appalling that something so surface can make such a difference in how people treat and approach you. It's just insane. And then there's a third type of comment that's like,
what'd you do? Oh no, where's your hair? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, it was so pretty. I wish I had pretty hair like you. Why'd you do that?
just all that kind of negative comments where they kind of treat you like you're crazy for cutting off your hair. Like, even if people think your hair is gorgeous, like, if you personally don't like it and don't want to deal with it, like, that's none of their business. Like, you are not here to look good for other people, and they should be happy for you, because I feel more myself with short hair. When people tell me,
Well, why would you do that? Why'd you cut it all off?
like, why would you not be happy for me if I feel better, if I feel more myself? But no, I guess it's about just looking good for you and having my beautiful hair, even if I don't really like it. Like, it's just insane, and I really, like, don't like those type of comments. So that is why I was putting off cutting my hair for so long, is because I knew I was gonna have to deal with all of this feedback and all these different comments from people. So I just want to make this video for any woman out there who's thinking about cutting their hair short. Just do it. Like, I think that girls with short hair anyways are super, super cute. Like, I find it really attractive, and I don't mind the whole, like, stereotype that comes with it, because, I mean, I am bi. I feel really good. I'm glad I decided to do this after a long, long time of having long hair. I feel like myself, so I'm probably gonna keep it short for a while, but I just want to make this video to say, do it.
Just do it!
It doesn't matter what other people think, what other people say. You should just be free to do what you wanna do. Dealing with the haters can suck, but in the end, like, it's your body and it's totally worth it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another video. Peace.